Greetings, pen pals. I want to do a quick little video today to talk about an upgrade which has recently become available that you might want to avail yourself of if you have a Wingsung 618, 601, or 601A pen. And that is these steel sections have become available which simply unscrew and can go on your pens. So if you have this, for example, this pen here is a Wingsung 601A in the Flighter version, which is, you can see, an all steel pen, which looks great. Now, as you can see here, it has this steel section. It wasn't originally the case. The pen comes stock from the factory with this plastic section, which looks okay, but I think the all steel look looks really good. There's some sellers on Etsy and eBay have started selling these replacement sections. Now there's three different versions of this section depending on which of the three different nib styles you have. So if you have the tubular nib version of it, you need to get this one, which has the threads on the top there. They also make the version for the conventional nib. So if you have one with a conventional, just regular old style fountain pen nib, they make one like this without the threads on the top that fits that one. I'm going to be putting that one on this 601A at some point in the future. And they also make one which goes on the hooded nib version, which I think looks really, really good. And I put that on this 601 this 601 pen with the hood. Now, the other thing is the hooded nib version will also fit the Wingsung 618 because they use the same threaded hooded section. So what I actually did was I created a Franken pen out of this 601. Out of this 618. So I took the 618 that I have right here. Originally had this blue section which matched the rest of the pen. I then took the clear section off this 601A. I replaced the clear section from the 601A with this new steel version, and I took the clear section and put it on this 618. So I think this will look nice because with the clear section you can really see the ink in the feed in the collector really, really well. So that's kind of cool. So you can use the hooded nib version of this on either 601, a 601A, or 618, and then the other two versions work really nicely on the various incarnations of the 601 and the 601A. So these new, they're not cheap, but they run over $15 or more each, but I just think they really look great. Particularly if you have this Flighter version, it looks really, really nice with all metal here. I'm also a big fan of these tubular nibs. I think they look really good. Oh, one thing I will tell you, if you're doing the tubular nib version, the bottom of the tubular nib is threaded, and it goes into the plastic section that comes with the pen here. They put some glue on here when they make these at the factory. So the threads are quite difficult. It's quite difficult to unthread it just for that first time because you have to kind of break the bond of the glue. The trick is to heat it run it under hot water in the sink for a couple minutes. Then the glue will basically release and then it'll come right off. Make sure you clean the glue out well from inside the threads here. Put a tiny bit of silicone grease on when you put that on. Careful you don't get the silicone grease on the feed and on kind of the writing part of the nib. Just put a tiny bit there, put some silicone grease on the other end here, and then you're all good to go. So that's just a little tip if you're removing these tubular nibs where it's threaded. They did put adhesive on at the factory. All right, well, given that this is a fountain pen video, I guess we should do a little bit of writing. So I'll give you a quick writing sample for how this tubular nib version of the 601A writes. We'll do a full review of that pen at some point in the future. So, like we said, this is a Wingsung 601A, and this is we'll call this is the Flighter version, and this is with section upgrade. And this has a tubular steel nib. And again, I'm a big fan of these sort of tubular nibs. I like the way they look, I like the way they write, etc. So this one's pretty nice, pretty nice. And this ink is KWZ as your number 5. So there we go. So just a quick little extra video on an upgrade that you can do on these pens if you are interested. Speaking of being interested, one thing I'd be interested in is if all of you could please like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would really be fantastic. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed this little quick extra video, because I sure enjoyed making it. And until we see each other again, have a great day. Bye-bye.